Hey, second grade, last week we learned how to use commas in sentences. Do you remember one of the 4 ways that you can use commas? We learned that we could use commas in an address. We learned that we can use commas in the date. We also learned that you can use commas to begin and end a letter. And we also learned that you can use commas to separate 3 or more things or 3 or more items. Now today, I am going to talk to you about something called compound sentences. And in compound sentences, you are also going to be using commas. Sometimes you have sentences that have ideas that are similar and they could go together. These sentences can be combined using a comma and a connecting word. The connecting words could either be and or but. And when you combine these sentences using a comma and one of those connecting words, you call that a compound sentence. Here's an example. You could be talking about different fruit that you like. So you might have a sentence that says, I like apples. And then another sentence that says, I like oranges. Now, both those sentences are talking about similar things. They are talking about fruit that you like. So we could just connect those 2 sentences and turn them into a compound sentence. What are 2 things that you need to add to create compound sentences? Remember, you are going to add a comma and you are going to add a connecting word. You could either add the connecting word and or the word but. Now with those 2 sentences, I like apples, I like oranges, which connecting word would you use? In this example, you could use the connecting word and because you are talking about 2 things that you like. I like apples and I like oranges. But how do I know where I need to add that comma? You are always going to add your comma, then you are going to add your connecting word. So in our example, I like apples and I like oranges, you would say, I like apples, comma, and I like oranges. Let's look at another example. I'm going to give you 2 more sentences. I want to play outside. It is a rainy day. What connecting word could you use to connect both of those sentences and just create one compound sentence? Would you use the connecting word and, or would you use the connecting word but? Let me tell you the sentences again. I want to play outside. It is a rainy day. In this example, I would use the connecting word but. So remember, if we want to create one compound sentence out of those 2 sentences that are talking about a similar thing, you need to add a comma and you would add your connecting word. This is how I would do it. I want to play outside, comma, but it is a rainy day. Okay, friends, so now it's time to practice. Take out your whiteboard and marker. Let's read the directions at the top together. Use a comma and the connecting word in parentheses to combine each pair of sentences. Write the compound sentence on your whiteboard. So read number 1 out loud. It says, our flag has stars. It has stripes. The word in parentheses is and. So go ahead and pause this video so that you have time to write a compound sentence on your whiteboard using both of these sentences, adding a comma, and using this word in parentheses. Okay, you should have written something like this. Our flag has stars, comma, and it has stripes. Let's look at another. Read number 2 out loud. It says, states have flags. each is different. So now, again, pause this video so that you can create a compound sentence using these two sentences here, adding a comma, and using the word in parentheses, which is but. Okay, you should have written something like this. States have flags, comma, but each is different. All right, let's look at one more example. Read number 3 out loud. It says, I wanted to vote. I was too young. And the word in parentheses, again, is but. So once more, pause this video so that you can come up with a compound sentence using both of these sentences, adding a comma, and using the word that is in parentheses. Okay, you should have written something like this. I wanted to vote, comma, but I was too young. Okay, second grade, that's it.